Hi, my name's Skylar. I am a part of Dr. Noon's English 301 class. My complex problem is on drunk driving in Ohio. Drunk driving has been a really big problem throughout the years all over the world, in the US, but I'm focusing mostly on Ohio itself since I am a legal of age driver within Ohio. I was always taught through high school and through taking driver's ed that you should always be aware of your surroundings, that drunk driving accidents happen all the time, mostly at night. I live in a wooded area, a lot of back roads, and that's where they say most common drunk driving accidents happen, especially since I live between Oxford and Hamilton area. I will be discussing all the statistical views of drunk driving as well as ways to prevent it and different organizations that have their motive to prevent drunk driving, including Moms Against Drunk Driving being the biggest. So these are a couple screenshots from one is from Google and one is from the Mothers Against Drunk Driving webpage. The one for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, they have their stats up to date for this year, saying that 2 out of 3 people will be impacted by drunk driving crashes in their lifetime. And 87% of driving age Americans reported driving in the past year. That means there's a ton of different people on the roadways, and that can cause even bigger crashes if you're drunk driving on highways, back roads, especially at night. A lot of college students might be driving home after classes late at night, especially on weekends with college bars. My target audience is between 16-year-olds when they first get their license and all the way up until middle-aged men and women. Men are more likely to be involved in drunk driving accidents or be the cause of them than women are. There are several costs of drunk driving. You will have a DUI on your record forever, and you will have a cost of anywhere between $100 and $5,000. These costs can include your bail, car towing, your attorney fees, fines for individuals or from the court. You can get first-time DUI fines depending on the state you're in, and your insurance cost goes up each time you get a DUI. There are several effects to drunk driving, and those include physical, psychological, PTSD, and emotional. Some of the symptoms of PTSD are flashbacks and nightmares, avoiding places, people, and activities that may resemble the area that they had the crash, and they may get angry easily, irritability, and they may have difficulty sleeping or concentrating. Some of the biggest injuries that are from drunk driving accidents are breaking of the legs, knees, injuries of the neck, chest, spinal cord, or brain, causing lifelong issues that may never go back to normal or may take years to get back to the state you were in. There are several different organizations trying to help. The biggest one is Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It started with a woman in her kitchen thinking about her son driving home and having an experience with a drunk driving accident. She wanted to get to the bottom of it and stop drunk driving so there were less victims of it. There are several other also organizations that are car rides strictly for preventing drunk driving, besides Uber and Lyft. You can volunteer to be one of those drivers, or you can find ways to get help from one of those drivers, depending on whatever state you're in or whatever city you're in. The big mission statement for Mothers Against Drunk Driving is to end drunk driving, help fight drug drivers, support the victims of these violent crimes, and prevent underage drinking. For conclusion, there are several ways to get help if you are struggling with alcohol abuse or if you are a victim. The Ohio Helpline for Alcohol Abuse is on the screen, and they're available 24/7. You can also seek help through treatment centers. Those are located all throughout the state and all throughout the country. Even asking family and friends. Mothers Against Drunk Driving also has a really great platform to help with any victims of drunk driving. So, if you're ever going to get behind the wheel, make sure you are sober or you'll get pulled over. And thanks for listening.